Okay, wait. Okay, so now we're live on YouTube. I'll explain a few things about Talk and Talk before we start. As you know, we are a conversation platform where you can come here and talk in a lot of languages. Today we're speaking in English about snakes. So let's start. The first question is, have you ever encountered a snake in real life? If so, how did it make you feel and why? I won't answer this question. I'll wait until all of you answered and then I'll tell my story. But okay, Ugu, have you ever encountered a snake in real life? If so, how did it make you feel and why?
No, no. Once I was doing a trilha and have a lot of the alerts, the snake or the region, but it's a small snake, so tem isso. But I just hear the noise on the brush, like
Jesus Christ.
That's all.
Terrible.
I not saw a snake.
Perfect. And was it in São Paulo?
Yes, in the litoral.
Perfect. And you, Priscilla, have you ever encountered snake in real life? How was it?
Yes, unfortunately, a long time ago, I remember a little snake, yeah, but I don't like. I feel I'm afraid, yeah, and I'm here.
Jesus Christ, they are terrible. They are terrible.
My God.
And it was in your house?
Mom's house.
Mom's house. Jesus Christ, imagine.
My God, I can't believe it.
Yeah, complicated. Even if it's small, we feel afraid, né? Mesmo se for pequeno, a gente fica com medo.
Yes, I imagine the big snake. My God.
Yeah.
I prefer don't speak about this, because when I speak
You
about
remember,
some happiness,
right?
or I remember the situation.
No, terrible. Yeah. And you, Luana, have you ever encountered snake in real life?
I saw some snakes, but they were far away from me. I am afraid of snakes.
Perfect. So it didn't affect you, né? Tava longe, então nem ligou. Perfect. So guys, let me tell you my story. My story is really complicated. When I was 6 years old, I went 7 years old. I went to Mato Grosso do Sul. Bonito, more specifically, is a city in Mato Grosso do Sul. And then there, it's snakes. They are a thing. Like everybody likes snakes. I stayed in a hotel called Hotel Sucuri. Like it was a thing. And by the time I didn't have this fear of snakes. I just didn't like it. And then I went to a park with my family, and there we have a river where you can swim. And then I was swimming with my father. My father said to me, Giovanna, don't look at your right. There's a snake there. And then I looked at the right, because who wasn't going to look? Né? Then I looked to the right, and then I started screaming, swimming fast. It was terrible. And then my fear of snakes started there. It was a terrible experience. But now I'm okay with that. I just don't like them. But it was a terrible experience. It was the only time that I saw a snake, and Jesus Christ, it was terrible. So let's go to question number 2. What is your initial reaction when you see an image or video of a snake? Can you describe the emotions or thoughts that arise? So like when I was a kid, after that, I didn't like to see a picture. I always like write. Eu não gostava de ver nem de livro de escola, sempre riscava assim. And then I hate. So I'd like to see your opinion about that. What's your initial reaction when you see an image, a video? What do you feel? So let's start with Priscilla. So Priscilla, what do you feel?
I feel, I don't know in English, but I feel arrepios. Yeah. I don't like watching videos or pictures. Yeah. I prefer don't watching about this, because I don't feel better. Yeah. Eu tenho nojo.
Perfect. Yeah. I guess it really depends on how you feel about them. Because like I don't feel disgusted. Não sinto nojo. Eu sinto medo mesmo. I don't like. But some people feel disgust, just like with cockroaches, for example. Gente barata, sabe? I guess it depends.
My God.
Yeah, it depends on the person. Each person feels one different thing. Perfect. And you, Luana, what's your initial reaction when you see an image, a video? What do you feel?
The image or video doesn't describe me. Desde que, como é que fala desde que? As, since as they are far away from me.
Perfect. So it doesn't affect you like a video, an image.
No.
I lucky you. Lucky, because I don't like it. I get anxious. I don't like it. Okay, and you, Hugo, what's your initial reaction when you see an image of a video of a snake?
For me, it's like Luana said, I am indifferent. Don't make any sensation. So when as a kid, there are movies called Anaconda. It's a giant.
Yeah, I know this movie. I know
Yeah,
it's
so
terrible.
that's a movie, and most of the time I don't see this. So just YouTube video, but I don't. I think I never thought about that. So but I think it's different.
Perfect. Yeah, I guess since last immersion you told us that you like biology, I thought, Hugo won't feel a thing when he sees those things. And usually when you like animals, biology, nature, those you don't care.
I think he's an interesting animal because but and I saw the topic about the immersion, I fiquei pensando de onde que vem esse tema, assim, agora eu entendi.
Do meu medo, do meu trauma, vem daí, menina. But now I am okay with that. Like, I know that they are dangerous, and I like them far away from me. But like, I will tell more things later, but it was a complicated situation because when you are really afraid of something, you see things like it's terrible. But
no, you say, I think if I saw a snake swim is another thing, because in the earth is slow, but in the water, I think is the more.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting that. I thought they didn't swim. Eu achei que nem nadava. Mas enfim, eu vi with my own eyes. It was terrible. But that's it. So let's go to question number 3. If you are afraid of snakes, do you believe that your fear or is a result of an incident or experience that you passed in the past? If yes, can you share any details? So if you are afraid, if you feel something. So Hugo and Luana said it doesn't matter for them. So Priscilla said she doesn't like. So let's start with Priscilla. Do you believe that this fact that you don't like, it's related to the experience that you had?
I believe so. It's possible. Yeah. In my case, I don't remember the situation. Yeah, about this. I only hate. Yeah, because I'm afraid, and I can imagine. Yeah, but it's possible. I believe this. It's possible. This situation, about the situation, specific situation, the same. Your experience, for example, or what the experience about this. When I don't know, encounter the snack, yeah, it's a no. I don't consider the snackers a good thing. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I can. I'm thinking.
A lot of people don't like associate them with good things, mostly because of like the Bible and those things. Like they are bad. So I guess that's why they're too afraid. We're too afraid of them. I guess usually, né? Geralmente as pessoas têm medo, né? And besides of being a dangerous animal, né? We are also afraid of sharks, lions, tigers, and there's also
but it's different. Yeah, for example, lion. It's I like so much. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful. I consider my favorite. Yeah. But the snake and the other things, lagarto, I hate too.
Reptiles, répteis, reptiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are ugly. They are ugly. Let's see. Hugo, do you think that when a person is afraid of snakes is related to an experience that they have or not?
Yes, I think so, because that a source of the trauma. So like if someone is get bit by a dog, so scratched by a cat, I think so. Maybe, and from another animals, it's like a natural instinct. So even a child is saw a snake, they go away. So I think that and most of time that a source of the fear.
Mhm. Perfect. Yeah. I guess most of the time when you are afraid of something,
Yeah.
it's because something happened in the past. Not only related to animals, but like situations. I'm
Yes.
really afraid of being robbed. Maybe it's because someone you know was robbed. So I don't know. Maybe, I guess most of the times it's related to that.
Mhm.
And Luana, what do you think? Do you think when someone is afraid of something, it's related to experience or not?
I don't believe it, but I think it's a consequence of the cartoons and moves when I was a kid. Então, eu acho que é mais, no meu caso, a minha experiência, eu não tenho medo porque foi desde quando eu assisti na televisão, mas isso não me despertou medo, mas eu acho que essa experiência de você sempre mostrar que aquele animal é um animal terrível, que vai te causar muito medo, isso é que causa essa sensação.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's like that. We see a lot of information about it, and it's only bad information, right? So I guess there is also this thing, né? The influence by others, né? A influência dos outros. But I don't know. Like, I guess, just like Priscilla said, I guess it's a little bit different. Because like, if you compare to a tiger, for example, a tiger kills people. And people know that, né? They show in movies that tiger kills people. But I don't feel anxious when I see a tiger. Even like before, when I wasn't that afraid. Acho que as pessoas têm mais medo de cobra do que desses outros animais. Eu não sei se é porque eles são diferentes ou sei lá, I don't know. I guess it's because they are just like Priscilla said, reptiles, they're ugly. So people don't like. I guess it's because of that. Né? It's the only explanation I can think of. But that's it. So let's go to question number 4. If you are afraid of snakes, have you ever tried to overcome your fear? And what strategies did you use? If not, what do you think people can do to overcome this fear? Né? Então, 2 casos, né? No caso da Priscila, se ela já tentou superar o medo dela, no caso do Hugo e da Luana, o que vocês acham que uma pessoa pode fazer para superar esse medo? So let's start with Luana. Luana, what do you think someone can do to overcome this fear?
Thank God, I almost never see snakes. So I don't have to worry, but I believe that the snake is far away from me.
Perfect. They need to be far away, né? Tem que estar longe. Perfect. Okay. And you, Hugo, what do you think someone can do to overcome this fear that they have?
I think it's for, I don't know, maybe to see a Serpentaro or Butantan Institute, like they extract the poison to make vaccine. So see another aspect of the snake, but in control environment. So they have a glass between the person, the snake. So I think is not so the sensation of the fear is less because it's not like I go to numa trilha, so a lot of the brush they can come out, but in the inside place is more security.
You are safe there,
Yeah.
right? You don't. Perfect. Yeah, I guess like when you visit a place like this, you really need to be prepared. Because like, person, I don't like, I didn't like zoos. When there were zoos, quando tinha zoológico, eu nem gostava de zoológico, sabe? Because I didn't like. But if a person wants to see animals, they need to be really prepared, I guess. Not only to see snakes, but to see any other animal that they don't like. Né? Tem que estar bem preparado. You need to be brave. Tem que ser corajoso. Perfect. And you, Priscilla, have you ever tried to overcome your fear of snakes?
No, I never tried to about this. Yeah, I prefer keep distance. Yeah, because I don't like. I my opinion, it's not interesting. The snake is not interesting for me. Yeah, because that I don't have a curiosity to change my opinion or to accept this.
Perfect. You just accept and that's it. I am afraid it's going to be like that forever.
It's not important. When I go to the Zoom, for example, I can visit the location if there's some I don't know the name, bichos, specific.
Perfect. Yeah. I've always chosen what to visit when I went to a zoo. Acho que hoje em dia nem tem zoológico mais, né? Mas quando eu ia no zoológico, quando era criança, sempre escolhi onde eu ia because I didn't like to see all the animals. I don't like all of them. For example, there's one animal, there's another reptile that I really don't like, is I forgot the name. As pessoas até acham ele bonitinho, que parece um rinoceronte, só que não tem aquele... Hipopótamo. Hippo. I don't like to see it. I think I don't know why, but I don't like. And then I never watched a hippo. I never seen an hippo in a zoo because I didn't want to see it. I didn't like it. So that's it. Let's go to question number 5. Are there any particular aspects of snakes that trigger your fear the most if you're afraid of them? If not, it's something that you don't like. So, for example, appearance, movement, the idea of being beaten. I guess this last one nobody likes, né? The idea of being beaten. But what is something that triggers you? Something that you really don't like? I don't like neither of these things. Movements, I don't know how can they walk because they don't have feet. So it doesn't make any sense in my head. But I don't like any of these. So let's see about you guys. Hugo, what is something that triggered you the most? Movement, the idea of being beaten?
I think when they become in the attack position, so they maybe stand. And when you say that, I remember about the Naja cobras that have
like some ears, right?
So it's I think it's the very stress situation. I saw a snake in the attack position.
Yeah, it seems a terrible situation. I wouldn't like to be there. Perfect. And you, Luana, what is something that triggers you the most? The movements, the idea of being beaten, the appearance?
What scares me is the fact that some snakes have venom. Veneno?
Venom.
And I die.
Yeah.
That is.
And it's totally weird, because when you are beaten, it's their venom that cures your problem, né? Se você for picado, você tem que ir num médico correndo para eles pegarem o veneno da cobra e te ajudarem também. They are weird animals. São animais muito estranhos. I don't know why they're too weird, but indeed, it's really complicated. And it's impossible for you to know which has venom and which doesn't, né? Qual que tem, qual que não tem? Como é que eu vou saber? Né? Assim, eu acho que só de eu ver eu já morro já de novo, mas enfim, if I am beaten, how can I know? Como é que eu vou saber, né? We need to be more informed.
Wait a second, let's say if I pause or not.
Let's analyze. Vamos analisar aqui. No,
wait for bite me.
No, we need to know that. As pessoas têm que ser mais informadas, gente, sobre isso, porque imagina se a pessoa morre, quantas pessoas devem morrer disso? So, it's terrible. But it's something that scares me, the venom. Isso também é uma coisa que me dá medinho, really.
Como que fala morrer com a força? Porque, no caso, tem algumas cobras que não tem veneno, toma jiboia, mas mata pela força. Então, ainda você tem isso, né? Tem essa preocupação.
They are really murderers. Eles são realmente assassinos, né? Porque você morre de qualquer jeito, né? Não tem nem a opção de você não morrer, né? But that's it. Perfect. Yeah, it's complicated because if they don't kill you by one way, they will kill by another, right? So you had no way to go. Não tem como se livrar, né, gente? Olha que problema. So, Priscilla, what's the one thing that triggers you the most? Movement, the idea of being beaten, appearance, venom?
In general, the appearance, and the comportment, and about the Luana said, and I eat in the other animals and quebra os ossos. No, I can imagine this. Yeah, I can imagine staying in the specific location and I see this. Yeah, my God, it's terrible. Yeah. The other animals, a good animals, yeah, and the bad animal. Mata,
kill.
Cadeia alimentar, oh my God.
Yeah, That's true. That's true. And I think it's totally weird because just like you said, they break the bones, né? Elas quebram os ossos dos animais maiores. Gente, how?
Totally crazy.
How do they do?
Yeah.
They don't have legs. Eles não têm perna, não tem braço, não tem nada. Como?
Totally crazy.
It doesn't make any sense. I guess they are really weird animals. Que nem o Hugo falou, são animais muito diferentes, muito estranhos. There is nothing like similar, né? Não tem nada parecido. Because every animal, like, we have some animals that are similar, né? Cats and dogs, tigers and lions, dolphins and whales, but like, what is similar to that? Nothing. They are totally weird. Perfect, guys. But I guess we all agree they are ugly. Né? Acho que eu concordo. The appearance is not that good. So let's go to question number 6. Do you think people can have any irrational thoughts or beliefs when they are afraid of snakes or anything, né? How do these thoughts affect their behavior? Então, quando a pessoa tem medo de alguma coisa, tem como ela ter alguns pensamentos irracionais a respeito daquilo? Como a gente está falando de cobra, seria a respeito disso, né? E como vocês acham que isso pode afetar o comportamento ou a vida dela? So, let's see. It's a complicated answer. You need to think. So, let's see. Luana, how do you think it affects their daily life? They can have irrational thoughts? Tell me.
But I don't have any irrational thoughts related to snakes. I don't know.
Perfect. And do you think someone who is afraid of something, not even snakes, but something else, they can have irrational thoughts about that? Oi? Não, você tá mutado, Luana.
Can you repeat, please?
Yes. Tipo assim, se uma pessoa tem medo de alguma coisa, ela pode ter pensamentos irracionais a respeito daquilo?
Yes. It's possible. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. And you, Priscilla, what do you think? Do you believe it's possible for a person to have irrational thoughts about snakes? And how do these thoughts affect their daily life?
It's possible because if you can think about, for example, the snake, I'm afraid this, and you can, for example, you can visit a good place, because you're afraid, you can go. You can go because maybe it's possible to see a snake. Oh my God, you can put this in your life. For example, the priority. I'm afraid because that I can go to the specific location because this and this and this. In general, not about only snakes, but in general, because if you I don't know, deixa you're afraid to consumir, you can live better. It's not easy sometimes, depends of the situation you happen for you, but it's important to try, forgot and treat this situation. It's okay. I can forget this and continue.
Yeah. It's like that. We need to move on with everything in life, not only fears, but everything. So if you're afraid of something, you need to, like, for example, you need to go to trails, just like Hugo said that he might, he didn't see, but he heard, né? Você tem que fazer essas coisas, because you're going to miss a lot of things if you are afraid of everything. Né? Se você tem medo de alguma coisa, você vai perder alguma coisa. Então, you need to face your fear, right?
Yeah, because if you think about it, it's possible to see.
It's possible to see anywhere. Anywhere it's possible to see any type of animal. So you should be you can't be afraid of your entire life. Você não pode ficar com medo a vida inteira. So move on.
For example, I hate barata. If I think about it, I see. It's incrível. Eu penso, eu vejo.
Jesus Christ, I don't like that. I guess I won't see a snake today, and I hope not. But it's I think it's because some people believe on that, né? We attract, né? Tem gente que acredita nessa coisa de atração, né? A gente fica falando e atrai. Deus me livre, não quero isso não. Vamos lá, moving on. Hugo, do you think it's possible for a person to have irrational thoughts when they are afraid of something? And how did that affect their behavior or daily life?
I agree with Priscilla says because the people start to avoid situations that they have experienced before. So swim and the river or go to nature, fazer uma trilha because the possibility of saw a snake. But I think it's like is to start to sensibilizar sobre essas situações. And like the biologists say, most of the time the snakes have more afraid of for the humans. They hear the noise, they go start to run. So I think it's little steps to enfrentar the situation. Like when the trail. And it's here the noise on the brush. I think melhor não ficar moscando aqui, né? It have a lot of the placas say, tinha as fotos das cobras lá, os tipos, então pelo menos não era venenosa, né? Então você fica mais tranquilo.
It wouldn't be that bad, né? Talvez doer ali, né?
Eu voltaria, tchau.
Perfect. Yeah, but I guess any like park that has trails or things, they need to inform because like if they have a venom species there, they can have a huge problem. Se tiver uma espécie venenosa lá, eles vão ter problemão. I know that because I live in Teresópolis, Rio de Janeiro. I don't live here, but I am here right now. I lived here for a long time. And then here we have Parque Nacional, né? And it's a huge park with a lot of trees, and there are different types of the species of snakes here. And then they inform when you start a trail or something, there's a guide, and he says, you probably, maybe you're going to see some different animals. So you need to be aware that they are not they don't have venom or those things. Eles sempre informam, sabe? Porque se não informar, acho que vai ter problema. So it's better for them to say. It's bad for them to say. So let's go to question number 7. Do you feel anxious or fearful when you enter environments where snakes might be present, like forest or zoo? So that's it. Vocês sentem ansiosos ou com medo se vocês estão dentro do mato ou num zoológico? I don't know. Maybe you feel, maybe if you're not afraid of snakes, maybe you feel anxious because of another reason. For example, my boyfriend is not afraid of snakes, but he's really afraid of spiders. So when we are in a place that can be spiders, he feels anxious because he doesn't like it. So we feel anxious for different reasons. So let's see about you guys. Hugo, do you feel anxious or fearful when you enter environments where these types of animal can be present?
Yes, I remember those years ago, but I go to the beach and we start to make a trail in the evening, but when the nights become fall, is mato fechado, né? But before we hear histories that there have a onça, so is a tense situation because we know it's a joke or not, but it's not. I think I want to discover that. So,
you don't want to risk, né? Você vai se arriscar lá.
Because don't have light, so the poste de luz, so it's a tension situation. It's more in like Mata Atlântica, so but in the city parks not too much, but in Mata Fechada is more tension situation.
Yeah. I guess everyone feels a little bit anxious when they are like in a jungle, né? No meio de uma selva. Seja like something close to your house or something in the middle of nowhere, né? Uma coisa perto da sua casa no meio do nada. Você vai se ficar ansioso. I would feel. I guess everybody would feel too, because like you don't know what can happen, né? Você não sabe o que pode acontecer, né? You only know that won't be like different animals, like an elephant, a tiger, a lion. These won't have, but like you don't know. Brazil has a lot of dangerous animals, right? So we need to be careful. And you, Luana, do you feel anxious or fearful when you enter environments like that?
I feel very scared, but I don't stop going to places. If we stop to think, that we are in their environment, then we have to respect them. Do you understand?
Yes, of course. And my mom always told me that. Que se a gente tá entrando no ambiente deles, tem que respeitar o ambiente deles. That's why I don't enter their environment. Por isso que eu nem entro, entendeu? Because I am afraid. So I don't do trails. Eu não faço trilha. I don't like, here we have this park. I don't go there. I don't enter waterfalls. I don't enter rivers. I don't like, because I will feel afraid. And then I rather don't go. Eu prefiro nem ir. I feel more comfortable like in my house. And but it's not something that I miss. Não é uma coisa que eu sinto falta também. Mas é verdade, se você estiver lá, você tem que respeitar. Eu não vou sair, sei lá, matando os bichos que eu não gosto, sabe? It's unfair, né? Não é justo. I totally agree with you. If you're there, you need to respect. So if you're afraid, just don't go, né? Se não gosta, não vai. Deixa tá tudo certo, né? Perfect. And you, Priscilla, do you feel anxious or fearful when you enter environments like that?
Yes. No.
Não, né? Ah, tá. Eu tô ficando doida. Okay.
I feel anxious and fearful, because I depends of the location and the first maybe it's possible to see and you don't have a prepare for to see the different animals. But I'm go, yeah. I'm afraid, but I go, yeah. For example, in the Zoom, I don't visit specific homes, a specific location or homes. But in the first, I can't select, and I pay attention, and if I see the different animals, I run, depends on the case. Yeah, but I go. I like so much the nature. Yeah, you said don't like the park. I don't know. I forget the name. Serra dos Órgãos, beautiful place. I like it. Yeah,
Don't go.
But
I don't go there.
But it's possible. Yeah, to see different animals.
Yeah. No, there are some crazy things that appear here. Like when I was in school, I remember there was a big news that someone saw aquela onça pequena. Eu esqueci o nome, but it seems like a small. Sabe?
Jaguatirica?
Jaguatirica. Appeared a jaguatirica there, and then everybody was talking about jaguatirica. It was the city news. Foi a notícia da cidade durante mês, sei lá, jaguatirica. And then all the time we have those different animals appearing because it's like a jungle, né? Uma selva lá mesmo. Então, anything can happen. They even say to us that there are some species there that they don't even know. Like, eles não conhecem porque não dá para saber de tudo. Assim, não dá para saber todas as áreas, sabe? And then they don't know. Maybe they have an animal there and they don't even know. So
você falou isso, eu vi uma notícia agora cedo, Berlim estava em estado de alerta porque acharam que era um leão, aí só que no final era um javali. Foi hoje.
They are nothing related, né? Não tem nada a ver um com o outro, but... Ai, Jesus.
Berlim, imagina Berlim fechada por causa de um javali que era um leão, né?
Um javali que era um leão.
My God.
Yeah. Well, but crazy things happen every day, né? Coisa de doido acontece todo dia. So, let's go to question number 8. Here, the question is, have you ever shared your fear of snakes with others? But if you're not afraid of snakes, you can say about your fear of any other thing. Like if you're afraid of, I don't know, thunder. Have you ever shared your fear with other people? If so, how did they react to your fear? So, let's see. Luana, have you ever shared the thing that you're afraid of with other people?
I never share my fear of a snake with other people. I don't know about it.
Mas não necessariamente de cobras, mas seu medo de qualquer coisa, assim. Você já falou para as outras pessoas do que você tem medo?
Não.
Ok. say that's it. Because like, I created this question because usually when we are afraid of something, we don't talk about it, right? But we need to talk about it because we overcome like that, né? A gente supera o medo falando do medo, né? So it's important for us to talk. And you, Priscilla, have you ever shared your fear of anything with other people?
Yes, the specific snake, yeah. I share with my sister because my sister hates too, and afraid too. I believe my sister have more afraid when I comparison about me, yeah, about my opinion about this. Yeah, ela tem muito medo. I believe the same you, but I don't know why. Yeah, because it's not happen the specific situation about the
It
snake.
has no reason.
No, only don't like and only this. Yeah, I remember. And ela não gosta nem de ver nada. Sometimes I watching something. It's not my favorite my favorite hobby to watching video or other things about the snake, but my sister don't watching nothing about this.
Yeah. But maybe it's like, we don't need to have a reason to be afraid, né? A gente não nem precisa ter. Geralmente tem uma ligação. Mas tem gente que nasce com medo, vai morrer com medo, não tem sentido, né? There's no reason for that. They're just afraid, né? And it's like that. When some people, they have passed through experiences, still they're not afraid, né? Tem gente que passa por experiências muito loucas e não tem medo daquilo, né? Gente que se joga no mar, quase morre, depois volta como se nada tivesse acontecido. So, like, they're crazy people for everything in life, né? Tem gente doida pra tudo na vida.
Yes, I agree.
Perfect. And you, Hugo, have you ever shared your fear of anything with other people?
I remember now, I don't think so. More, I have I think it's not afraid, but cautela, cautions, which waterfall, because it's the very sleep, the rocks, the water. So when I go to waterfall, I go more for the sea than waterfall because that, and I say no, I'm gonna stay here with all the legs on the water because that when I go to under the water, I go behind someone going in the front, so I have the cautions, it's the not fall. So when I go with someone, I say that before for the people understand that.
But waterfalls, they are really dangerous. Né? São muito perigosos. Muita gente morre de cachoeira, né? So it's really complicated and you need to be careful. But I guess if you enter, like, that's fine. But the thing is that a lot of people like to jump from rocks.
Yes.
Like, this for me is insane, right? Faz o menor sentido, né? A pessoa pular numa cachoeira, você não sabe o que tem embaixo. So, doesn't make any sense in my head. So, let's go to question number 9. Are there any specific measures you take to avoid encountering snakes in your daily life? Então, o que você pode fazer? O que você faz para evitar encontrar com uma cobra? Eu não me enfio no mato. So, let's see about you guys. I don't enter any type of parks, of anything. I don't go there. But it doesn't avoid the fact that I can see one, né? Because, like, they can be anywhere. They can be on the streets. They can be, like, anywhere. So, what I do to avoid is not going to parks or, like, nature. I like nature, but far away from me. So, let's see about you guys. Luana, are there any specific measures you take to avoid encountering snakes?
The specific measurement I have is to live in big city and keep my house very clean so I don't find snakes.
Perfect. That's it. That's it. Perfect. I guess to live in a big city is the best option. Because if you live in the countryside, in the middle of nowhere, se mora no interior, no meio do nada, you're going to see one. Vai ver um em algum momento, né? So it's complicated. And you, Priscilla, eu quase falei Priscilla, Priscilla. Priscilla, are there any specific measures you take to avoid encountering snakes?
Thanks God, my home, it's impossible, yeah. But when I go to for example, sister-in-law houses, my sister-in-law, it's possible because there are, I don't know the name, pouco de mata, yeah, it's possible. But it's about the I try, yeah, all the time, depends of the location, yeah, and pay attention, yeah. When for example, I sit down, I observe around me, around the location, and or when I decide go to the park, for example, forest, I all the time, I pay attention all the time, yeah. I look around me all the time, and if I observe different sounds, I run. Depends on the situation.
Jesus Christ. But I don't know if run will solve the problem because they are also fast, but it's the best thing to do, né? É o que vem à cabeça, o que dá para fazer, né?
Yeah, I believe it's minha primeira reação, yeah. I believe this. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, it's what we got, né? O que a gente tem mais nada para fazer, né? A gente corre.
Yeah, because I não vou matar, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Never. I prefer run and rezar, yeah.
Pray and run. Perfect. And you, Hugo, are there any specific measures you take to avoid encountering snakes?
Yes, sometimes my history is in the trails. Is a short because I go to the place, saw the points and the Google Maps, and let's start. It's a trail, but it's very dense and have a barranco do lado direito, but here is another situation. I hear the brush making noise, so I start to walk fast, but make a lot of noise because I don't know what it is, but maybe it's a little animal, but can be a snake or uma onça, I don't know, because it's the Mata Atlântica so my tactic is make noise and walk fast.
Yeah. When you run, you make a lot of noise, né? Quando você corre, você faz barulho. So, the best option, the best of both worlds. Você junta os dois, junta o útil ao agradável, né? Você corre, vai para longe, ele faz barulho e assusta. That's it. Quando a Priscila falou de matar, né, she won't kill, I remember my grandfather. When I told my grandfather that I am really afraid of snakes, he said to me, I don't know why, it's so easy to kill them. When I was a kid, I killed snakes. Ele morava no meio do nada, né? Então ele fala, matava cobra, beça, criança. And then he thinks it's dumb. I fear it's dumb because it's easy to kill. But even if it's easy to kill, I don't want to kill an animal and I don't want that. So gente mais velha é meio doida, né? But it's like that.